We are here. I told y'all that we be here, and I'm clear. Yeah, and everything is gonna be all right. We do things in the day, not the night, but the night's still good. It's get understood that we go and do this thing, yeah, for the hood, not just the hood, any neighborhood that listens. Yo, we gonna do this thing bright and it will glisten, shining like a star up in the sky or a diamond that's on your hand. Understand what's in, my man? We are here to talk about the schools and the parents. Yeah, it seems kind of apparent that when people fail, they always want to blame and they always have their parents to name. Well, how do we do? How do we get to the bottom of this glue? Because the thing that sticks and make you think that you can pick what you want to do. Don't act like it. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun 752. Sunday, baby. 1st of September. The 1st of September. And today we are talking about blame the parents, blame the public schools. One thing I have noticed about adults who have not seemed to have achieved the success that they have wanted to achieve, they will blame the way that they grew up. I wasn't raised to do these kind of things. I wasn't even taught to have the ring. I don't know. All kinds of things people will try to blame on their parents. Now, don't get me wrong, because I strongly believe in parental involvement. And I believe that because our parents are our first teachers, our first coaches, our first instructors, our first heroes, they lay down the foundation of our thought process. They teach us how to think, not just what to think, but how to think. So if your parents are irresponsible in the way that they teach you, then you're going to learn irresponsibility and you're going to probably get really good at it. The thing is, sometimes when we learn better, then we go back and we may blame the foundation that raised us, even if we didn't have any problem with that foundation in the beginning. So blaming the parent is an easy way to, I'll tell you what, it plays out in court pretty well. Criminals who have been charged for crimes, convicted of crimes or whatever, one of their last statements that they make when they are facing prosecution is that, well, I grew up without a dad, or my parents were this, that, and the third. I came from this. I never learned better. I'll do better going forward, but I didn't have that foundation. The other things that people will blame when they have a problem achieving success in life is the schools, particularly public schools. It's the public school system. They didn't teach me nothing. I didn't learn nothing. I don't know how to do nothing. And I be thinking to myself, like, one thing, public schools are the majority. The majority of people who go to school go to public schools. They house the most students that will get an education in the United States, a free education. And we all know that all public schools aren't cut from the same cloth. And if we have the means and we understand the benefit, then we will choose another educational source for our kids other than the public schools. Except for the parents who really know a lot about public schools. Like, no, I know I can get a better education in a public school for free than a lot of these private schools can give me for the money. If I send them to the right one and I make sure that I'm involved and, I pretty much navigate this thing. All right. But one thing about public schools is that you can always, if a person is from a public school, if they went to public schools and they do well in life, or if they're on their way to doing well in life, they're trying out here, they're scrambling, they're doing the things that are necessary in order to make it happen, that you will never hear them talk bad about public schools. That's one thing I've noticed. Only the people who get caught up out there, who can't get jobs, who don't know how to do things, who don't learn outside of what somebody else is teaching them or giving them, they'll be the ones to blame the public school system. Yeah, because these schools in the city, they don't teach you nothing, they don't show you nothing. They don't, they're not a good look. That's the reason I can't get a job. Hold on. This is what we gonna do. We gonna be beating on tables and all of that shit. Let me disrobe a little bit. Yeah. Uh. 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 Public school, baby. They didn't teach me nothing, so I don't know nothing. I'm running around here scrambling and bluffing. I'm trying to act like I know things that I don't know. Let me get my foot up in the door, because if I get my foot all up in the door, then I can make a couple of touchdowns and score and do a lot of things for my team. Even if it's only a team of one, I'ma do it till it's done. I'm DONE. You understand? Any money that I get, it won't be gotten for free. I had to work hard for the things I got, and I can't think no other school because they treated me like a fool. The teachers wasn't really giving me nothing. They said that I would be pregnant before I got out of school or something. Or they said that I would get arrested for the drugs that I was selling. I wasn't even selling nothing, but they telling everybody that I wasn't really worth nothing, and I can't do with this shit. I gotta do something, and I got a couple of kids that I gotta raise, and I can't send them to public school because the praise that I know that they worthy of, I gotta send them to the Catholic or something above the school system, the public school system that I went to, because I need them to have friends that do things that can give them the network and have them never having to worry about the shirt that's on their back. Don't want my kids under attack, so I gotta do something because I'm strong, powerful, and black. All right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So that's what we're talking about today. That's what we're talking about today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Blame the parents. Blame the schools. Now, if you know anybody that is constantly blaming their parents for everything that goes wrong, and listen, you may have gone with somebody, been married to somebody who blamed their parents for all of the problems that was happening in your relationship. And you may have been asking yourself, how? What does your mom, your dad have to do with the fact that you be lying and cheating and you are a ne'er-do-well? What does that have to do with it? Yeah, but well, because the way that I was raised, and I went through a lot and I was abused, even though they didn't really put their hands on me, but they didn't show me, and it's hard for me. All I need you to do is work with me. All I need you to do is take your time with me. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to give me no money. Well, sometimes I do. And sometimes when I'm down and I can't find a job, and and sometimes a nigga be down. Okay, but I'm not asking you to take care of me. Well, not all the time and not in every way. What I'm saying is, from my upbringing, everybody in my family, and things was hard for me. But you want to throw that up in my face every time we get into an argument. I ain't throw it up in your face every time we get into an argument. You always using it as an excuse every time we get into a discussion about your behavior, about the way you are, about changing your ways. So, you may have dealt with somebody that's constantly blaming their parents for their behavior towards you. So they want to, on a personal level, they want to blame their parents when y'all two ain't getting along. When they can't find a job the way they need to, or that they should, then they want to blame the schools. It was the schools. It was the schools. They didn't teach us nothing. Damn well you wasn't going to class. You wasn't studying. You was hooking. You was drinking. You was smoking. You was partying. You was chasing ass. You had your legs up in the air all the time. That's what you did when you was in school. But you want to blame the school? Somebody learned something. All my people within the sound of my voice that can still do math, holla at me. If you can help your kids with their homework without pulling your hair out, because you can still remember how to factor a polynomial. Yeah, you still remember elementary functions. You can factor a trinomial. You know how to still do algebra. If you know how to still do algebra and you've been out of school 10, 20, 30, 40 years, don't tell me that the public schools ain't teach you nothing. They taught you something. You was listening to something somebody taught you somewhere along the line. So that's what we talking about today, y'all. All right. So are y'all ready? Are you ready? Let's do this intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. And we're talking about blame the parents, blame the public schools, blame the parents, blame the public schools, blame the parents, blame the public schools. Yeah, you was running around scrambling and acting a fool. And now you want to blame everybody for not getting your head on straight when everybody told you to wait. Be a little patient. Stop acting like a crazy person. But you was doing that shit off the top like you was rehearsing. And you couldn't do nothing but yelling and cursing and talking. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all, for new people who are just coming onto this channel, don't be scared to hit the like button. I promise not to disappoint. You may see something on this show that you never seen before in any kind of content creation. I know sometimes you come into the show and you be meaning to hit the like button. You may have just came in, start listening, feeling your way around, looking at the artwork. But just hit the like button for me. Just do me that one little solid. I ain't gonna ask you for nothing. I ain't gonna, you don't have to finance this mission, but it's gonna be a good time. And it's gonna be very educational. All right, so let me shout out my peoples. Grown woman, don't try me. What's going on, my? Good to see me some you think it ain't when it is. And also T Carry, right? Morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your sight. And Johnny West, yeah, none contest. Thanks for coming through, being the best, no doubt. Ansel Jones, my brother Ansel Jones. Yeah, Baltimore brother, girls can't leave him alone. What's going on, my dude? And Haley Fawn, what's up? What's up, Haley Fawn? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Johnny West says, ironically, I'm sure he learned this beat from beating on the desk in public school. You know what? You would be surprised to know that I didn't do that when I was in school. I didn't beat on because I couldn't do beats when I was younger. When I first started getting into hip hop when I was like 12, 13 years old, and we had our little hip hop crew. We had our little rap crew. We went and got the Playboy stickers and the iron-on letters, and we had our little sweatshirts. We was called the Grandmasters of Funk or something, something like that. We had some kind of name like that, Funk Masters or whatever. So it was three of us that rhymed, and my man was the DJ, and the dude that was the DJ. He had all the equipment. His parents had dough. He and his cousins was already popular DJs in the city and all of that, but I couldn't get the beats. I didn't know about beats. All I knew about was lyrics. When I was a young cat, all I knew about was lyrics. I'm not even sure if I used to say the lyrics on beat. It's all good though. Believe me, if I was beating on tables back then, man, I'd be like a master now. I mean, maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Alex Bleeping Jones says public schools are great if you want your kids to be ignorant and confused about their sexuality. So there's no confusion about sexuality in private schools? I'm interested to see your view on how that would be eliminated. Because, parochial schools, aka Catholic schools, are private schools. And I know there's homosexuality there from the teachers, the student body, the priests, the parent. Let's see, the priests, the parishioners, definitely in the nut is everywhere. You know, Catholicism was pretty much built on homosexuality. So I want to see how that confusion about sexuality. It's funny because Catholicism has always, you know, they have a strong foundation of homosexuality, yet they have the strongest barriers towards sexuality out of any religion. No fucking, no penetration. Oh yeah, you can suck, you can sodomize, and you can do all the oral sex you want, but no penetration. No, I'm sorry, no heterosexual penetration before marriage, and even after marriage, only for the purposes of having children. I learned that in school, public school. All right. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's good? All right. Lucky Kibi says, should have learned on your own. Well, you know, it's cool to say that, you know, you should learn it. You should be self-taught, and you should be motivated to learn everything that you want to learn, and your parents should teach you everything and all of that. Well, you can't teach somebody anything that you don't know yourself. And that's one thing that seems to escape a lot of people's thought process. You know, like you can teach yourself one or two things, but you can't teach yourself what you don't know. You can't teach yourself what you're not exposed to. You can't ask questions about things that don't exist. And what I mean by asking questions about things that don't exist, sometimes people have to plant the seed in your head for you to even think of the question. Like knowing what question to ask will help a lot towards you getting the answers that you seek. But if you can't even get exposed to somebody that will put the questions in your mind, being self-taught and all of that. Just like when they say people are self-made millionaires. Oh yeah, you're a self-made millionaire. Nobody helped you, huh? Totally on your own. I've never seen a millionaire that nobody helped. Like, don't you have customers? But they, you know, customers, clients, somebody helped you with something. You just came up with all the ideas. Like you the Donald Trump of it, because Donald Trump is the only person I know who acts like nobody has ever helped him. I did it on my own. Like I alone can fix the problem in this country. I alone, like that's the most. Okay. All right. Oh Lord. Shirley Cheryl says, well, if I'm a great learner and my parents are a great teacher, then well, I must have learned everything they taught me. And now don't blame me for the monster that was made, Frankenstein. Well, you go, Frankenstein. You go. Haley Fawn says, school taught me how to hit the Dougie. How to hit the Dougie? Now I'm confused. What's the Dougie? I'm like, I know how to do the Dougie. But hit the Dougie? Is the Dougie, I don't know. Anita Carter says, nice to be back in your chat. Well, it's awfully nice to see you there. Without a doubt. Appreciate you. Ansel Jones says, after enough life decisions, you should know what's best for you. Keyword should. But sometimes you can be around people who co-sign the bullshit. Grown woman, don't try me, says, I am a proud graduate of public schools. So am I. And I'm an advocate of public schools. I believe in public schools. You should not have to pay a bunch of money just so your children can learn. Just so your children can have a decent education. You shouldn't. Your tax dollars pay for the public school education. So it's not a coincidence that the schools that are in more affluent districts are better schools. with better educational opportunities. It's not a coincidence. That's simple math. I have more, I get more. Anita says, grown woman, don't try me. Hey, okay, so yeah. Blaming the parents, blaming the schools. There's so many different ways we can go with this. Accountability is one of those words that people throw around nowadays. You know, accountability. You got to take accountability for the decisions that you've made. Going back to what Ansel was talking about. Yeah, the decisions that you have made. You know, after you make decisions, after you have made certain decisions in your life, more than likely you will have to stand on them, because somebody's going to point them out like, yo, you probably shouldn't have done that. That wasn't a good idea. And you did it again and you did it again. But I know of situations, and you know of situations, whether you have acknowledged them or not, where certain people have been co-signed to do the bullshit over and over and over again. How are you going to learn the right way when somebody keeps co-signing the wrong way? I got an example for y'all. Y'all might like this one. Some of y'all fans may not like it. I think that Tupac would probably still be here, or he would have lived a lot longer had the people around him told him, cut it the fuck out. Yo, that shit you doing is stupid. Here you are with everything to lose, and you hanging around with these cats with nothing to lose. Here you are, a trained, accomplished actor. That's what you are. You went to high school for it. You took classes for it. You've done things, major things in that field. And here you are running around here, joining a gang, toting around guns, acting like a thug. And I mean acting. Because you're not. You are not. We have the tape on you. You are not a thug. What you should do is go ahead and make your records in the way that you think will sell those records, but stop painting an image that you are trying to live up to that's not going to work, because somebody's going to take you out of here. You already got shot 5 times for reasons that only you know and the shooters know. You want to take a chance on doing that shit again? All this East Coast, West Coast beef, all of that. His people, being as though he was the one bringing in money, you would have thought that they would have said, nah, man, we got us. Shit. You going to fuck it up for everybody. You going to make it so none of us have anything left because you're going to be gone. But did they do that? Nope. They didn't do that. And so he maintained the green light and the cosign and the encouragement. You go on the night that this man pretty much ended his life, because he lived for a few more days. But on that night at the MGM Grand, at the Mike Tyson Evander Holyfield fight, this man is leaving the match to go to the club that the owner of his record company owns. And you decide, oh, there go the dude who dissed my boy. I'm going to go punch him in the face. And that's essentially what ended his life. If somebody would have said, yo, keep this man, fix it so this man never has to put his hands on anybody and nobody has to put their hands on him. Make sure that he has security. If he wants to send security over there to handle a situation, make sure that that's in place. But make sure that he can't just run along like a dog off the leash, because he ain't got no goddamn sense. He may have lived a little bit longer had somebody done that. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I know for a fact that Tupac blamed a lot of the ways that he was on the fact that he didn't have the parental involvement. Actually, he did. But, he kind of said his father wasn't there. or the man that he thought was his father wasn't his father because his mom was a little grimy. May she rest in peace. But you got a young man thinking that a man that you know for a fact is not his father, you got him thinking that it is his father, and now he's blaming a man who's not his father for the way that he is and the holes that he digs for himself. But I mean, maybe there's some Monday morning quarterbacking I'm doing, but I know if I had a cash cow like a Tupac Shakur, somebody that could write 100 songs in a month or some shit like that. Not that they were all good songs, but I mean, his fans say that it's the best shit they ever heard. That's what they say. But somebody who has that kind of skill and that kind of work ethic and a willingness to produce, I think I would have had a strong leash on him. I would have damn near had a bike chain on him. Like, you ain't doing nothing dumb. He'd have been mad at me for lack of freedom, but I'd have pretty much had a headlock on the boy. Like, listen. You gonna listen today? What you not gonna do is get the cosign to be starting beefs and wars and things like that. So yeah, these same kind of things happen when our children are in school. Peer pressure. We ain't got to go to school. We ain't got to take these tests. We ain't got to do nothing they say. They old. They don't know nothing. They don't know how it is nowadays. They ain't down. Okay. All right. Parents get a lot of the blame. Schools get a lot of the blame. There's blame to go around. There's a lot of blame to go around. By the way, y'all can call into the show if you would like to call into the show and add your 2 cents. If you, hold on, I'm trying to figure. Okay, there we go. It looks like my chat on the wow. My chat on the screen stopped where Anita Carter said, "Grown woman, don't try me." Which, yeah, she said, "Hey," that's where that stopped. So I'm far. Okay. All right, here we go. Damn. And I'm like, okay, y'all been talking. Yeah. But peer pressure exists in schools, and our parents often aggressively try to steer us in the right direction. Many of us succumb or adhere to the things that our parents want. Some of us don't. For whatever reason, some of us think that we can do it on our own. And every parent ain't a great parent. I mean, to us personally, many of us say, this is the best mom ever, the best dad. I had the best parents. They were always really, really supportive. And a lot of times that's true. But being the best is something that's very subjective. I've known children, I've known grown-ups who claim their parents was the best, and their parents was mad abusive, mad ratchet, mad off the chain. I don't know about y'all, but I've known plenty of parents that fought all the time. You know how some parents say, "I'll fight for my children." Well, some parents mean it literally. They will fight for their children. They will fight anybody that tells their children that they're wrong, even if their children vandalized something or broke something or sassed them. Old school. I'm using words like sass. Your kids ain't supposed to be out there sassing no adults. Why are you out there sassing your elders? Sassing ass kids these days. Why you sass? Somebody that's what we need. We need an anti-sass network. Tell these kids to stop sassing. Why are you sassing? Don't be sassing, Miss Gladys. Did you sass Miss? Don't be sassing, Miss Gladys. What? You sass Mr. Pete? You don't sass Mr. Pete. Mr. Pete is a veteran. Mr. Pete is an asset to the community. I apologize to Mr. Pete. I'm sorry, Mr. Pete. That's right. You know what I mean? Mr. Pete used to give out popsicles back in the day. No Diddy. So, yeah. Some parents I know would go up to the school not to defend their children as far as their academic performance was concerned, or making sure that their head is on straight and making sure that they're not being disruptive, but to, like, oh, wait, so the teacher said this to you? Oh, I'm going to go beat up the teacher. I've known parents who actually went up to the school with the intentions of checking the teacher on some nut shit. And this is one of the reasons why public schools get a bad rap. But the thing is, we want to concentrate on that negativity when the majority of people who go to public schools do well in life, graduate, learn what they needed to learn, strive the way they needed to strive, and become beneficial to all the people who come in contact with them. But we want to ignore that, like they're the exceptions to the rules. I don't know where everybody else lives at, but I live in the city of Philadelphia. And we have, they shut down a lot of the public schools, but there are public schools, 2 or 3 of them in every neighborhood. Every single neighborhood has at least 2 elementary schools, at least 2 middle schools, at least 2 high schools for you to choose from. So if you don't like this school, you can send them to the other school. And on the high school level, any school in the whole city you can go to that you want to. You don't have to be relegated to just the high school that's in your neighborhood. You can. Some of the schools are magnet schools where you have to have you have to display a particular academic performance in order to qualify to go to those schools, because they're like specialty schools that are career oriented for children who know what they want to do, or at least feel like they want, like they know what they want to do. Students, I should say, not children. Yeah, man, when they're children, they're our children, but students who know what they want to do. So, if you want to get into the health field, or if you want to learn a trade, we have vocational schools, we have business schools, we have schools for that have like mentorships. If you think you want to enter law or something like that. Excuse me, y'all. My allergies is action a fool. They action a fool right now. But yeah, so those schools don't complain about their students. Should I say the students who go to those specialty schools, those magnet schools, you don't hear them bitching about, these schools ain't teach me nothing. Yes, they did. Yes, the fuck they did. Not only did they teach you things, they monitored your progress and they kicked you out of those schools if you didn't do your work. Mm-hmm. And they had internships for you to go on to. You went on, not just regular field trips. You had to actually go on internships. You went away, jumped on a cheese bus sometimes. Sometimes in the summertime, you had to do a whole internship. Yeah, that kind of shit. So no. You don't hear those students complain about public schools. That's why when I listen to people bitch about public schools, I'm like, well, which one did you go to? Which one did you qualify for? Did you go? Because many of us took the time out to just skip school. And if that's a choice you made, that's a choice you have to live with. Man, y'all got so many comments. Big Fish, what's good? Robert Andres, Gmo, or Gmoc AR. Alex Bleeping Jones says public schools aren't like they used to be when we were coming up. Well, that's true, but I don't think that they're. I'm just going to go with that's true. Naturalista Rap, what's good? What's going on, man? I ain't see my screen ain't show me now. I gotta go to this one to see what y'all been writing. And it's a good thing I signed into this early. Paul Harch, RJ Django, Prince Hickman says magnet schools and college prep are best besides vocational schools. I agree. And it's funny, I sidetracked myself, Prince Hickman, because what I was starting to say was the public schools in Philadelphia, you have a variety. But the best public school in the state, well, I'm sorry, it's not just the best public school. The highest rated high school in the state is Masterman. John Masterman. No private school can beat it. That school is so good. It's ranked number 1 in the state. It's so good that they have a middle school, and the middle school students have to reapply to go to the high school. You can't just go from 8th grade to 9th grade. There's no transition like that, because they know that somewhere between 5th grade and 8th grade, you may have started to fall off a little bit. You know, you may have started to get involved with some shit a little bit. You may not be as focused as you were when you were that young superstar coming out of elementary school. So many of the students that qualified to go to Masterman and in 5th grade don't qualify to go into the 9th grade. They kick them out because they insist on the best, the brightest, and the most focused. The other great school and the other great public school in Philadelphia is Central High School, which used to be the 3rd best in the state. I think it's still in the top 5. I don't know if it's still number 3. And it used to be an all boys school. So we used to have Central and used to have Girls High, and Girls High used to be rated high, but they always knew that Central was rated higher than Girls High was. So in 1984, they made Central High co-ed. And a lot of students that went to the school that I went to, the girls they made up the first generation of girls that went to Central High. But everybody I know who has graduated from Central High is smart. I don't mean just, they're smart. Ain't no fucking way around. Because you ain't graduating from Central if you don't keep the shit up. They will kick you out. And if you get kicked out of Central, you can still go to any other school in the city. That's how good Central is. And that's how good Central is. And Masterman is better than that. So and they're public schools, 100% public schools, free. So the school is only as good as its teachers. The teachers are only good as the students. Everybody has to be involved in this process. So what are we doing? So when we talk about blame the parents, blame the teachers, sometimes, plenty of times I'll say the parents are to blame. Plenty of times the schools are to blame. But you're going to have a tougher time with those schools. Proving that the schools didn't teach you anything is kind of hard, because you may be able to say that on an individual basis. But then again, you may not have been the student that was listening. What are you going to say? The class that I was in had so many students that they were so disruptive, we never got a chance to learn. You can say it. Can you prove it? Probably going to have a hard time proving that one. All right. Let me see what y'all got. By the way, you can call into the show. totally interactive show. If you would like to speak on this matter that we're talking about today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, I invite you to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak. And then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We are talking about blame the parents, blame the public schools. Where are my people that get tired of people blaming their parents for everything? Tired of blaming your parents for everything. Tired of blaming everybody else except for themselves. And you will blame Santa for the elves. You will blame the sky for the blue. You will blame everybody except you. You act like you was put on this earth for everybody to see your exponential worth. And it ain't like that. You need to get it together. You is heating up shit like a Coca-Cola sweater. We talking about 1986 if you didn't know. We gonna make sure that we get to the bottom, yo. Somebody has to tell the truth. We gotta check IDs. We gotta show a little proof. You say it was your parents. You say it was the schools. It's up to you, you fucking fool. I say, it comes a time in everybody's life when they gotta get it together. Stop acting trite. And if you don't ever see that time when it comes, well, then it's true when everybody said you was dumb. I know that time is going to come when I gotta get off the couch and stop saying ouch. Because life ain't really all that hard. It's a lot of pain, but we all gotta go through it. You understand the strain. You know that we are going to entertain a lot of bullshit at times, but we still commit the crimes. The crimes of passion. I say the fashion icons. All right, let me chill. Okay, all right, let's go. Let me see. What y'all talking about? Come on, core is not good. What is core? Magnet school. Okay. Johnny West says there's not enough education on the trade business in the city. Okay. A person in the union can do under 4 years of training and easily make $100,000. Easily? I don't know about easily. They can do it, but everybody who works a trade doesn't always make 100,000. Doesn't always make 6 figures. But even if you don't, you still can do well. Prince Hickman says, yeah, college prep, if your grades slip, you'll be treated like a nobody. Interesting. William Morris says, I hear how bad schools are in the inner city and how racist that is. You haven't seen racism till you went to Baltimore City schools in 1980, and you were one of those 3 to 5 white kids. Interesting. Well, how come? Do I hear white people complain about public schools? I know politically they do. But you know, the white people I know, I never heard them complain about no schools. And that's whether they graduated or not. But black people, I know a lot of drug dealers. They say they dropped out because they wasn't teaching me nothing anyway. Like, how you know? If you wasn't there. What do you mean they wasn't teaching you nothing? What is the nothing that they wasn't teach you? Let me see these nothing lesson plans. Let me see your nothing homework that you had to do. I always look at people funny when they say that. I mean, you know, they wasn't these kids. I mean, these schools ain't teaching these kids nothing. I'm like, oh yeah. Nothing? Like, niggas, you show? TK Wright says, Johnny, in PA, they are now making career readiness classes mandatory for graduation. And vocational schools are popular in PA. Well, that's true. G. Carey Wright says, one of my sons went there. Went to where? Masterman or Central? I know they didn't go to Girls High. Okay. Michael says, me too. All right. TK Wright says, I asked my high school students what they can do to take charge of the decisions they make past their parents' influence. Oh, Common Core, new math. Oh, okay. Sherrod Banks, what's going on, Sherrod Banks and Mr. Vamp Life? So, you know, I just think it's interesting how when a person really wants to do something that they want to do, no matter how off the cuff it is, you know, we've all been there. There might have been somebody that we wanted to get with or something that we wanted to do that everybody advised us against. Like, yo, that's not a good idea. That ain't what's up. And you was like, yo, man, I could do this shit. I'm built for this. I'm ready for this. My whole life has added up to this. You won't be saying like, I ain't go to school for that. I ain't ready for that. My parents ain't say I could do that. I mean, when it's really what you want to do, then nothing you've ever been through, nothing anybody has ever told you can discourage you. When it's what you want to do, no matter how crazy it is. Like, yo, man, I want to jump over cars like Evel Knievel. He broke every bone in his body. That's because he was soft. Like, I could do this. And he did it the easy way. He did it with a motorcycle. I'm going to do this shit with a motorized scooter, man. I'm ready. I'm going to have people jumping over cars in the Olympics. They just let the break dancers in, right? Well, in honor of the Rocksteady crew and Evel Knievel, I'm going to jump over 15 cars with a motorized scooter. Turbo, baby. Dual exhaust on this shit. Everybody saying, nah, man, don't do that. You crazy. That ain't what's up. Y'all, nah, I'm telling you, this is like extreme sports. I've been practicing. I'm telling you. When it's what you want to do, nobody ever says, yeah, my parents ain't think this was a good idea, or the schools that I went to, it didn't teach me how to do this. But as soon as you get snagged, as soon as the cops pick you up for some fuck shit, as soon as you got to go back and forth to court, oh, yeah, well, you know, hey, how many within the sound of my voice have sat in criminal court for a day? Maybe not a whole day, an hour. You notice that the primary question that they ask all defendants, each and every defendant, they ask them, what's the level of education that you have finished? Or they ask you, what grade of high school have you completed? They ask every single defendant that. And I've been in criminal court plenty of times because I was fighting these DUIs and they kept continuing it. So I got a healthy dose of this shit. And every time I came from court, I used to be like, God damn, that shit'll have you thinking nobody fucking graduated high school. Because defendant after defendant, and this is just for DUIs and, you know, misdemeanors. There were no felonies in this thing. So I'm like, but time after time, I went to 9th grade, I went to 10th grade, I went to 11th grade, I went to 12th grade, but I didn't graduate. I heard very, very little. I completed high school. I graduated in 2000. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. And the reason that they asked what level of high school or what level of education you reached, because they know for a fact, not just statistically, but actually, if you have low education, if you have not finished high school at least, then the likelihood that you're going to turn to criminal activity is high, and it's proven. I'm telling you, defendant after defendant, because I used to have to wait. I used to have to wait until it was my turn. Everybody before me, or should I say nobody before me, had graduated high school. All of them dropped out. I was like, damn, what's really good? You know, when you graduate high school, you think everybody graduated high school because you there with the rest of your graduation class. You don't be thinking about your homeboy that dropped out a few years ago because you never looked at him as dropping out. He just stopped going. He didn't officially drop out. He just stopped going. Why? Because he was pushing packs on the block. Or why? Because he got a girl pregnant, a couple of girls pregnant. He started working, taking care of his family, getting into shit. You know what I mean? They know. You don't take your ass to school, your options become limited. And they normally are limited to criminal activity. The more education you have, the more options you have, because you've learned how to do things. You've been around people who are doing things. You have networking on your side. You have resources on your side. That's what you get through education. So when I hear people say, you know, when they try to blame the schools, they don't even know what they're blaming. They might be kind of right. But it wasn't the school's fault that you didn't show up. It wasn't the school's fault that you didn't learn it. The school has to take accountability for their curriculum. After that, it's over. Now, if the curriculum did not give you the educational skills or the life skills that you needed, yes, you can blame the schools easily. But if you didn't go to even find out what was in the curriculum, I know I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Can you or can't you factor a polynomial? Because I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I don't play that shit. Even with my woman, I'll be like, listen, I mean, you cute and all. I mean, you got everything I like. You decorated your body's decorated like a Christmas tree. You got the bow and the boom, the bow and the boom. Everything, I mean, physically, you make me want to leave the one I'm with. But can you do percentages, though? I mean, seriously, Mike, can you do percentages? Like when you get your check every other week, do you know how much taxes are being taken out on your shit? I know you can look at it on the check stub. Now, that's not what I asked you. Do you know how much money you are losing every time you get paid through percentages? This is what I need you to do. Right? You want to do a simple math equation. I need you to show me how to get 35% of 56. Like, I thought we was just going Netflix and chill. We are. After you show me how to get 35% of 56. Do you know the equation? After that, you know what I mean? I'm going to be loving on you. You know what I mean? I'm going to be loving on you. I'm going to be like, when I found you, I treated you bad and wrong, my dear. But since you learn how to do percentages, don't you know I sit around? All right, anyway. I'm just, I'm just, I'm just saying. TK Wright says some children will take all of the credit until shit goes left. Then they'll blame their parents or the school for not teaching them the right lessons. True, true, true. Grown woman says you have to attend to say the curriculum was not helpful. True. That's right. Netflix and school. I mean, Netflix and chill after schoolwork is done. I mean, it ain't real schoolwork. I mean, this is life work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, you might bitch that geometry and algebra never get used in your life, but percentages do. Here we are at the restaurant trying to figure out what tip do we lead. Well, you would know what kind of tip to lead. You know what I mean? If you knew how to get 35% of 56. Here we are at Applebee's. And look, here you are guessing. Well, I'm going to just give her $15. Oh, no, the fuck you ain't. Too big of a percentage. Her service wasn't that good. You better find out. I need you to find out what 20% of $56 was. Yeah, I mean, you just be wasting money up in here. I don't care if you pay it. I don't care if you paying. I'm paying the tip. I pay the tip. You know what I mean? No, you can't use a calculator. We couldn't use calculators when we was in school. You ain't no millennial. You ain't no Generation Z. You think, no, put that shit away. Put your phone away. You know, iPhones with them damn calculators on the phone. I mean, cut that shit up. You know how to use the calculator on your phone. You don't know how to use the rest of that shit. You know what I mean? You so smart. Click over on the other line when you get a call while you talking, and click back over without hanging up on the person that you just, was talking to. Since you so smart. I call you back, I call you back. Oh, man. Mr. Van Life said, LOL, everybody running to Google. I'm just saying. Percentages is the math that we need. You know what I mean? Like, all right, y'all shitting on all the advanced math. No geometry, no elementary functions, no algebra, no trig, no calc. Okay, that's cool. But up to them percentages, you need that shit. You know what I mean? You trying to figure out this tip or trying to figure out the taxes that they took out. Okay, in the city of Philadelphia, there's an 8% sales tax. So you want to do it the easy way. All right, 8% of 100 is 8. So if something costs $599, all we gotta do is do six times 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Just give him $50. Just give him $50. No, bitch, you ain't giving over no fucking $50. You gonna pay extra taxes, dummy. Yo, she dumb, man. She got the best body in the world. She a good mom, but she dumb. Your kid's dumb too, but I'm not supposed to say that. They got a chance though. They got a chance. I love my baby, but my baby can't do percentages. I love my baby, but she can't do percentages. Blaming the schools. I said I love my baby, but she can't do percentages. And what's going on, baby? What time it is? Love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. What the deal? I said I love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. I said I love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. I love my baby, I love my baby, 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 love my baby. I love my baby, but she can't do no percentages, can't do no math, don't know the half. I said, love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. I love my baby to the moon, but she can't do it. So love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. She can't do no math, don't know the half. I said, love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. Love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. Love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. I love my baby, but she can't do no percentages. Can you do it? Can you do it? Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you like this. If you wanna be with me, you gotta be able to do some MAT with the H, baby. Yeah. I already know she can't spell because I be reading the text messages and I just be like, oh boy. I said, oh boy. But baby, I need you to be able to count a 1, a 2. What a guan? What a guan do when the check with the tip come to you? What a guan do when the check with the percentages come to you? What a guan do? What a guan do? What a guan do? What a guan do? I mean, speaking of the Caribbean, you know how, black people from the Caribbean always talking about their school, how great how much better their schools are than the United States. They be talking that shit all the time. I'd be like, okay. Y'all schools is great, right? All right. We're going to test this shit tonight. We going to dinner tonight. we going to see what you working with. Yard girl. Yard girl. We going to see what you're working with. Mm-hmm. You think you're so smart? You think you're so smart? We'll see. What else, Stacy White? Thanks for coming on through. DK Wright says 2 people left because they didn't know it was for you. I tell you, these mathematical equations be separating the men from the boys. They be separating the men from the boys, baby. I know how it be. I know how it be. Yachty! The yacht guy! How much is the tip? No, not this tip. The tip. How much we got to pay? How much we got to pay? That's what I need to know. We separating the men from the boys. I mean, I'm not dealing with no more dumbass girls. I had my time in the sun. Dumb girls ain't no fun. That's a unknown fact. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think that the dumb girls are more fun. You know, dumb blondes, dumb brunettes, dumb weave, stupid wig. Yo, we gonna do that shit. We gonna do that shit. Yeah, from now on, fuck that dumb blonde shit. Yo, she a dumb weave. Yo, man, I'm telling you, man, these weave wearing bitches be dumb as shit, son. I mean, that glue is doing something to their brain. I'm telling you, man, she got weave. You gotta watch out. Baby girl said she want to go back to school. You know what I mean? She want to go back to school, get a bachelor's, get a master's. I told her, you got to take that weave out your head, man. I'm saying because we ain't gonna be spending all this money on tuition and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and we gonna be keeping you back. You know what I mean? The stakes is high. She's a dumb weave, a dense wig. Let me stop before people be like, oh my God, he's so misogynistic. He don't have nothing good to say about women. Let me tell y'all something, man. I love black women. Love them to death. Love them to death, resuscitate them and love them back to life. But shit, one thing I can do with my black women, which is why I love them, is that we can talk on some real shit. If I got sugarcoat everything, that ain't no fun. You know what I mean? Look, I ain't like they don't poke fun at me. You're like, well, what happened to your hair? You want to talk about weave? This weave is attached to hair. Where yours? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You know, it's a valid argument. At least I wear my bald natural. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like Steve Harvey, I don't even know if he got natural bald. If he wore that wig so long, you know, how we know? I could see Steve Harvey not feeling like shaving that day. He just put on a bald wig. Like, I'm good. Good. Put that shit on. Look like a bathing cap. I don't know. Grown woman, don't forget the eyelashes. I mean, please, I want to forget the eyelashes, but yes, I understand. The spider eyelashes won't let you see anything either. So you went and got new glasses for nothing. Progressive lenses, all overshadowed because it looked like you looking through a window screen up close. You look like you looking through. Yeah, you gotta do better. We gotta do better. Blame the parents. Blame the schools. If y'all want to call into the show, 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. There is no censorship on this show. You don't have to watch your mouth. Say whatever you want to say. I don't know how many of y'all were here yesterday when the boy called in. I let him go on until I couldn't take it no more. Like, yo. What'd he say? What did he say yesterday when he called it? He said, the nigga said he's calling from Italy. And I was ready. I was like, I bet. He said he's from Italy. I'm gonna make him prove it. I asked what part of Italy, and this motherfucker, what did he say? Vancouver? He said Vancouver. First there was this long delay. And then he said Vancouver. I said, oh. You from Vancouver, Italy. Okay. Since he already gave it up, because my next question was going to be, what time is it over there? What time is it over there in Italy? We never even made it. But the bottom line is he took his time. He got his shit off. He got to spew all of this ridiculousness, talking about he's 6'9", and he a gigolo, and like, oh God. So I'm saying all that to say that not only are you uncensored if you call into the show, but you can also kick alias and be whoever and whatever you want to be. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be progressive no more. I know sometimes it can get hard. It can get tough. But yeah, don't blame your parents for the shit that you know that you're not doing correctly. And honestly, Johnny West says, wait, do you ever take subjects for the show? Yeah, but not right there on the show. Like, hit me up on my email, sun752 at AOL.com. Sun752 at AOL.com. Now, when if you decide to hit me up, if you suggest a topic, more than likely, because we do this show every day, more than likely we've probably done this show, but it doesn't mean that we can't redo it again. It doesn't mean that we can't remix it. You know what I mean? So when you come up with a show suggestion, don't just throw the show suggestion out there. Like give me a little description so we can know it, so I can know exactly what you're talking about. Not too many people do this though. They say that they want to give out a show title or subject or whatever, but it never happens. It really doesn't. You know what I mean? So I normally wind up having to do this thing from the muscle every day, which is cool. But I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Be a lot of huffing and puffing. And that's not any slight on you, Johnny. I'm just saying the way it goes a lot. Because I could see, like if I was on your side, I could see like, yo, I would want to talk about some shit like this or any kind of topic. Like, there are times I want to talk about aliens and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't talking about like people who are not citizens of the United States. I mean, like real aliens. Like I'm just trying to figure out how come aliens can find Earth, but we Earthlings can't seem to find aliens. All of the aliens that they got housed in Area 51, can we get a planet? Like, where they from? Can we get there? Have we adopted their technology for their spaceships? Like, how we get to where they are? How come they can breathe our air? Will we be able to breathe theirs? Is there another place in the universe that has air and water? I want to talk about shit like that. But I don't know if y'all ready for the spacey shit. Are we? Are we ready to get spacey? Because if you think that there's life on other planets, do you believe that takes away your ability to have a God on this planet? Or is God, because I've asked people this before, like, so is God only in charge of Earth, or is he in charge of the sun, moon, and stars and everything? And some people get a little tripped up on that question. Like, no, there is no life on any other planets. It's only Earth. And I'm like, such limited thinking. Stacy White says, I do not blame my parents for nothing. That's what's up. Grown Woman says, when I was in school, we had special classes for children who needed special teaching. It was called remedial education. Today, those children are considered special ed. OB. They was OB, Carol. I mean, Grown Woman. They was OB, LD, OB, LD. Sorry. Johnny West says, you know those people stuck in space right now. Yeah, they stuck in space, but are they on a planet? I need a planet. I know space exists, but can we get a planet? Can we get a planet popping out here? Natural Lisa Rap says, I don't understand why you don't talk about whatever it is you want, aliens included. Well, cause niggas don't be participating. But tomorrow we might do a show on aliens. We might. You know what I mean? Like, do you really believe that there's life on other planets? We're gonna do that tomorrow night. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it in my joint where I put show topics. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And if you don't believe that I actually do, this is where I put. Okay, let me do it like this. You see how it says daily go-getimism here, and urban therapy with Sun show here. So this is where I keep the daily go-getimism topics that I think of. And if you, because it's every day, you see how long the list goes. Now we haven't done each one of these topics, because some of them I just throw away. Like I don't know if that's hitting. You see that shit, it goes long, but you got to think we do the show every day. We do the show every day, so yeah. Of course, every day is at least 365 days, or at least 365 topics. But yeah, we're gonna try that tomorrow. Fuck it. So now y'all know. Now y'all know that yeah, I'm not just pulling the shit out of that. Sometimes I do though, because there are plenty of topics that aren't on there, because like sometimes most of the time I just sit in front of the screen and then an idea pops up. Ding! But why didn't I think of life on other planets? We'll see. And now don't fuck around not come to the show tomorrow. Be like, oh damn, I really wanted to talk about life on other planets. But yeah, blaming your parents. Let me see. Johnny West says, in my opinion, there's definitely life on other planets and infinite universe. The question is intelligently, and have they visited us? I know they visited us. I'm wondering in what form they have visited us. Have they visited us in a human looking form, or has it been like some kind of animal, or maybe even a bug, so they can surveil us easier without being detected? Oh man. All right. Rebel River Cats, do you have on fake eyelashes? Well, I think we had a whole show without having to go through that, huh? And Living Love and Light, what's good? The number is posted. We ready to go. Robbie H says, anyways, I feel like before that girl goes to jail, probably it's actually a problem. We allow capitalists to do that to children. All right. And he also says a couple of years ago, a 17-year-old homeless single mother was arrested for leaving her child in a hotel because she had to go to work. Thomas Staffen says, what do you have for breakfast? I don't eat breakfast. I literally do not eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. I don't normally eat anything until about 2, 3 in the afternoon. Oh, we have a caller on the line. Caller on the line. Okay. Caller with the last numbers. 3595. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Thank you for calling. Thank you for holding on. What's on your mind this afternoon?
Yeah, hello, Sun752. I just wanted to call in and drop a quick gem on you and your listeners.
Okay. Drop a gem.
All right. So the gem that I wanted to drop today And something that we don't find out in our community because we live a life of mostly survival is that a lot of us don't know that you are able to, if you are a homeowner, to do a simple property exchange. Doesn't matter where your property is located. If it's a duplex, you can go from having a duplex in the worst part of the hood to having a duplex in the most beautiful, wonderful environment. So that's something that I wanted to share, and it would be something that's not involved with cash or credit or anything like that. You just simply do a property exchange, a switch from one environment to the next, as if you were switching a pair of shoes. And I just wanted to share that.
Okay, that's cool. Are you sure that that exists in every state?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Okay, because I took the real estate exam, and I never heard of
Well,
that.
I think that a lot of people should check it out. I go back and say I'm not quite sure about every single state, but I do know that it exists in most states, and I just want to challenge everyone to know what the wealthy knows and understand how the wealthy is continuing to build empires on this planet. And I just want to share that gem with everyone. I just did a property exchange myself, and in the process of it, and I did not know this information. So since I do know now, and I'm going through the process, and I'm seeing how simple it is,
Well,
I
hold
want to
on.
make sure that everyone knows about it.
Since you've done it, let me ask you a couple of questions about it. What
Sure.
was your motivation for doing it? And yeah, like why would a person like how would it benefit a person to do it? And so if they consider doing it, like why would they do it?
Well, when my husband passed away, he left me a few properties in Fresno, California. I do not wish to live in Fresno, California. I didn't like the idea that I had these properties in Fresno, dealing with the realtors and people that were helping me make sure the properties stay clean. The environment is pretty low down there, pretty dirty. And what I learned was I can do a property exchange from Fresno, California to the coast of California. Now, I do live in California. I've checked a few states, and I know that they do it in a few states, but I cannot say all of the states. So I was able to start the process, and pretty much I'm at the end of the process of exchanging the property, the duplex that I have in Fresno, California, for a duplex on the coast.
Okay. So
that's motivation.
Okay. All right. So does the property that you're exchanging it with, do they have to be in agreement with you? Or like do you
Yeah, it has to be the exact same property. So if you have a single family home, let's just say if you have a 2-bedroom single family home with a large or small backyard, you would have to find a property that is equal in the size of the property and the size of the lot. And it really doesn't necessarily matter about, it can vary, the price can vary, but it usually does not matter. You can do that as long as it's the same property size. So like I said, I'm doing it on a duplex from Fresno, California to another duplex in the same lot size on the coast. The prices are so much different. I mean, Fresno is so cheap. And well, it's not cheap anymore, but it's it's just not an environment that I wanted to basically get rid of all of those. But doing that, I'm able to exchange those properties in better environments and then potentially charge more in rent or sell them later.
so you say that the property value doesn't have to be equal?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I would definitely challenge your listeners to check it out, research it, find out if you are a homeowner and you do want to be in a different environment and you might not be able to afford to purchase another home right now. A property exchange can be of great value to a lot of people, and they keep this information from us. There's so much information being around. I put myself in an environment where I'm around wealthy people, and I believe that you are who you are around, kind of thing. And I put myself in the environment to be around more of a wealthier environment, more of healthy, lush trees, greenery. And my mind is expanding, my friendships are expanding, and the potential gems that I'm getting from people that are well off has been amazing. So I'm a person who, if I learn about a hair growth method, or if I learn about a health method, a weight loss method, I am not a person who decides that, oh, I can't tell you. No, I want to run and I want to tell everyone, anyone who can use it, so that we all can come up as a people. So I just thought that calling your show and sharing this could be good for a lot of people.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. I just looked at. I looked up this property exchange thing, and there are definitely some interesting. There's some things that you definitely need to know before going
Yeah.
into this. Yeah, because it says.
And like I said,
Well,
I'm sorry, I wasn't meaning to call. I didn't want it to be a long call, but I did want to just drop that gem, say hello. Thank you so much for your show. I actually enjoy watching your show. It's very entertaining. You are very entertaining and very interesting guy, by the way. And I just want to let you know that I'm completely supporting you on your team. And although I do not have much time today, I'm glad I got a chance to call.
all right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Well, you're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. All right. Good call. Good call. Okay. So, and the property exchange that she's talking about is, it does seem like it's available in states like Pennsylvania. It says property. Okay. What is not allowed in a 103? Okay. Let me go to what their definition of it was. A 1031 exchange, also known as a like kind or Starker exchange, is a real estate investing tool that allows investors to exchange an investment property or business property for another property of equal or higher value and defer paying capital gains tax on the profit that they make from the sale. What is not allowed on a 1031 exchange? Property that does not qualify includes, but is not limited to, a primary residence, a second home, flip properties, or a property held in inventory for sale. Recent changes to tax law disallow personal property, artwork, boats, etc., as valid property in a 1031 exchange at the federal level. So, if it's your primary residence, it won't qualify. If it's your second home, it won't qualify. But it also says flip properties or properties held in inventory. So I don't know. I mean, there's, of course, just like anything that deals with money, there's red tape involved. And but she's right. It is something you can do, but you just like playing sports, you're going to have to know the rules in order to get out of it what you really want to get out of it. But good information. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Mucho, mucho, mucho. And Shadow Band, what's going on? My brother Shadow Band is in the house. Wealth is generational. You're either born into it or not. It's not always the case, but most of the time it is. And yeah, when it comes to wealth, yeah, you can be born into money. That's different than born into wealth. All right, let me see. Johnny West says, if I'm hearing this right, you got to straight up own your house. Not even, it can't be the house that you live in. So it's like, well, what are we doing? I mean, maybe like a building. I mean, because she did say like a duplex or whatever. So I guess it would have to be an investment property, but not. But she also said like a single family home. So I don't know. According to, I don't know. I've never heard of this. I took real estate school classes and all of that. Took the exam. I never heard of that. I never heard of that. So it might be some new shit. It might be some new shit. That's cool. That's cool. Hopefully, one thing is for sure. My parents and my schools didn't teach me that shit. I'm pissed. Pissed, I tell you. I'm mad. Madder than James Brown on Big Payback. Revenge. I mean, we owned hundreds of properties. We did. And I don't know. It is what it is. All right. So we not going 2 hours today. I mean, we not doing 2 hours. We gonna do these birthday shout outs and then we gonna holler back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but I my cup is full. I'm good. We good? I mean, we good? Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 1st, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Rochelle Satchel, happy birthday to you. And my man, go get her, my man, Khaldun. Hey, Ash Shakir, happy birthday to you, my brother, Khaldun, go get her. And Talisha Colbert, happy birthday to you. And Camille Miller, happy birthday to you. And Thea McCants, happy birthday. And Nander, happy birthday to you. And Charmel Connolly Ross, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, Greg D. Moore, happy birthday to you, Greg. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 1st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn to rock out. Rock on it, do the damn rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and go hard, go for yours. And yeah, you blame parents and you blame the teachers and you want to blame the schools. Yo, I can reach a person that takes no accountability for the things they do. Yeah, I'm talking about you, not each and every one of us, because sometimes we do what we have to see and we learn what we have to learn and make sure that we give everybody else out there their turn. So we making sure that we run the boogie. We gonna teach the babies no ifs, ands, or maybe. Crazy people think that everything they do and everything that they want, somebody is never going to front on them. It ain't fronting if they wrong. And I put the words in the song. I said, it ain't fronting if they wrong. You do what you want to do all day long. It ain't fronting if you're wrong. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The long days that are ahead will be a little shorter. But out there, none of us really want to get caught up. And if you do, you have to do what you got to do. It ain't all your parents' fault. This shit is on you. And the schools, too. Yeah, you didn't go to school. You was playing hooky all day and cutting schools. But anyway, the way we play, the things we say is going to make tomorrow be a much brighter day. Hey, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, not tonight going into Monday, but Monday going into Tuesday, 1 a.m. with another Daily Go Getimism show. This has been the Urban Therapy with Son show. And I hope that you enjoyed me broadcasting this to you as much as I enjoyed broadcasting to y'all. Y'all did shit on me though. 12 likes. What? That is what I call me a disgrace. 12 likes. 12 likes. Y'all wasn't coming up off of that either. That's all right though. That's all right. Because I'm a man. I'm a man, man. You know what I mean? I ain't, I ain't shit. Like I'm good though. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta like my shit. I don't like your shit either. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace. Peace, y'all. Thank you.